Hello, Gwenters, and welcome back for a Temerian Tuesday. Today we are going to be covering some Northern Realms decks in the fashion that we did yesterday with Skellige. Before I get into it, though, word of caution: there's a lot of haters out there against Northern Realms, even though I don't think that they are the premier number one deck, and we are going to get into why. But for those of you who, like me, have just looked at Shield Wall and every time you thought about playing it, felt a little sick inside, felt a little dirty on the outside, and just really wanted to go to bed with the clear conscience playing Northern Realms, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through a bunch of options that exist, and I'm going to explain to those of you, especially newer players, how you can find decks when you're just, maybe missing some cards or just want some good ideas or feeling a little dead. We did that yesterday. We're going to do it again right now. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to walk you through some of the decks that I have currently here. We've made some videos on them. My favorite things. All Out Charge is still alive and kicking. You can use Pincer Maneuver to get that draw consistency, the +5 to a card. This deck's still pretty fun. I really like it. Obviously, still just kind of using that combo with Visigata, Dandelion, and Donamir. You can use Pincer Maneuver for that. A lot of people using Shield Wall. It is a great combo. I recommend it. Now, this is Busher's Dumbo deck I stole from last season. This is also still very good. It works really well with Uprising, so you can use that one. Those are a couple ones outside of Shield Wall. Series Charge is one I've put a video up on. So these are kind of the ones that I have kept in my files and that I have been playing with. Blue Stripe Life is probably my favorite one to play. If I'm being honest, it's not the best win rate. It's still probably over 50 still, but not incredible. If you're trying to push up to pro, it's not the one I'd go with, but it's great fun. Then there's like general Shield Wall obnoxiousness that we are seeing on ladder. This one is the War Elephant one with Bloody Baron, Ansei, Sedalia, Donamir, Natalis, and then the cohort of crippling bronzes coming in lower. Just annoying. And then I have this newer deck called Vandergriff Shields I've been playing on Twitch. If you want to see more of this one, just join my Discord, link in the description, or come over to Twitch and watch me get some gameplay with these ones. I actually really love this one. It is Shield Wall. It does run triple duels, but it's very different. It's got Vandergriff's Blade, and the bronze core is not just perpetual removal. Really, we just have Boiling Oil and then the 3 duels. It's still kind of a bit, but it's not crazy. I think it's more on par with kind of where Overwhelming Hunger's at right now. So anyway, that is what we have here. Now let's jump over to online and show you guys a little bit about what to do. So one thing I think I highly recommend, first place to stop, is just go to Gwent. You go to playgwent.com. We'll even pop here from the very beginning. You go to decks, and then you just click on the faction alignment that you are interested in. Notably, you can actually choose by leader ability. So if you're working on a contract to get 100 wins with each of these leader abilities, you can see everybody's options for those. I will say Inspired Zeal is trash, but there is a deck here from our very friendly Russian player that if you want to use your Google Translate and read through, it's just kind of a draw deck with Heat Wave, so that's one option. I think Dun Banner works really well with this leader ability. Awkwardly, this deck doesn't include it, but that is probably one thing I would use with that. I'm thinking of this one. So the Fuchsia Brief says this triple Vernon Roach, really fun with Hengedath's Sword and Siana. You can do some crazy stuff. The amount of thinning you get from that is a little bit nuts, but Kedwani Knights pair well with it. So that's a cool, really crazy deck. But anyway, you can kind of run through these ones. I will say one thing to be a little bit cautious of on this is just trying to find good descriptions of them. A lot of people do post these videos. If you know me, I have some decks on here. I think take the time, read through them, and if you're ever watching one of my videos and you like the deck, I really appreciate it if you jump over to playgwent.com and you upvote my deck like Blue Stripe Life. That gets it up onto the leaders the leaderboards for that current faction, and helps drive some traffic to my channel, so we get a larger community watching, giving feedback, advice, etc., etc. Means a lot. So this is the other place I would really look, but this is like people who have taken the time, they like a deck, they share it here, and if you want it, Ace of Plays has this Siege Warfare deck. It's not my favorite, but some people really do like it. And if you ever want it, all you gotta do is press import to my deck. Done and done. If you have all of the cards already, it's just gonna automatically import. If you're missing them, it will say to you, you need to import. You need to create a card. Let's see if I can do that with one of my lesser used factions, Monster maybe. I don't have all of these vampires, so if I was to go to import deck, it's telling me I need to make Oriana and Queen of the Night. That's how many scraps it would cost me. I have 1,020 total scraps, so I would then click craft and import, and it would give me that deck into my, when I get back on Play Gwent. So the other thing about that is if you have Gwent open, close it and reopen it, then it will fully import, and you'll have it as the next time you log in. That's especially important on mobile, I found. It just won't sync. Even if you're playing the game for hours, it just won't sync until you close and reopen. But that's how you do that. Pretty easy, pretty simple, great way to get decks. Now to kind of jump to what people are seeing as kind of the most competitive Northern Realms, I think the best place two places to go for competitive decks are the Aretuza snapshot and the Leviathan Gaming snapshots. If anybody has any other suggestions, please put those down in the comments down below. But I do really like them. I disagree with them plenty of times over, as you guys know if you've watched my channel, but they do have some interesting and insightful combos. I would note, I love that Aretuza has like gone all in on siege ladders. If you've watched my Twitch stream, and if you haven't, please join me on Twitch. Follow me and you can catch my latest streams. But you know that we wrecked nerds with against Shield Wall by using Bleeding Elves and just moving stuff around with Malena. It's a delight. We had like this awesome play where they set up Donimir. We put down our Radea had already gone down first because I was on Blue Coin. Put down the scenario, got out chapter 2. So then when they played down Visigata, they forgot to shield him up. We ended up playing just like a Vrihid Dragoon that moved Donimir off that row, and then it spawned the Waylay, killed Visigata. Anyway, describing it probably isn't as cool as watching it. Check me out on Twitch. We have fun. Anyway, totally worth it. But it's like a great way to wreck nerds. I think the siege ladders help protect against that by allowing them to move back. They also pair well with Carrack frigates because you get all of those soldiers that are spawned, and you can use crew to move things around and get it boosted. That works pretty well. Whether or not you need to go with 2 of them, I don't think so. But I think I would definitely include 1. I do wish Carrack City Guard had the ability to move your own units back. It is a little bit annoying that you can't do that. But we are where we are. But then I check out so that's Team Aretuza's. This one is Team Leviathan Gaming's. I will note, and we're going to get into the data analysis, that I have loved them creating lately. But this deck still runs War Elephant. I think if I was to choose between the 2 of them, I think I would try to mix. I would probably bring over a Siege Ladder. This one only runs... this one runs a bunch more bronze units because you have to, but the siege support with the War Elephant is just nice, and then also really good with Selkirk. So lots of good options in that department. This one instead with Aretuza has Visigard with Dandelion and Visigato. Here we are running Visigato with Donimir but no Dandelion. So you keep some, you lose some. Just kind of depends on which way you want to go with that. I do think Dandelion provides a crazy number of points, and you can keep Visigata shielded pretty well. Siege Ladder makes it so you can move him back without any worries. And there's enough removal in the deck that you can take care of Malena or other. And then a single Vrihid Dragoon won't ruin your day. So, but anyway, Spyro has a nice... video on this. Shielded duels are nuts. I can't agree more. I do wish that they were a little bit better set up on Team R2s. I think they're getting there, but the Beastie has Thea has a really good walkthrough there. Now, last but not least, to all of you haters who are watching this and thinking to yourselves, I'm so glad I watched through the end of this to be told that I'm a hater and I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you. For those of you who know haters, just clip this segment and send it over to them. I love this data analysis. Here's like the 1st through the 10th of September. Interestingly, like the win rate is pretty low, around 51%. 1st through 16th, it's gone way up to 56%. And certain things have become more entrenched. Number 1, stop playing Nilfgaard. Like, why are you doing it? I mean, this is good enough evidence for the devs. It's playing at around 50% win rate. Only 51% of the players have them in their top 4. Syndicate is making a nice comeback here with a decent win rate. But Northern Realms at 57 is really a healthy number 2, but they are very much number 2. 76% of players, including them, in the top 500 of their top 4 FMMRs. But Skellige is at 91% included, almost 60% win rate, and the play rate is just obnoxious. They're still so good. I think the Shield Wall has become like the claimed meta that everything is building around this season purely because people wanted to see something different. They wanted to play something different. And I think that this is just getting obnoxious. The perpetual removal just needs to end. But that's where things are. Skellige is still the best faction. No question. The data doesn't lie. I mean, they just really are so good. The Skellige Warriors deck, again, we talked about this yesterday, but it's just nuts. But for that reason, I think you can play Shield Wall with a pseudo clear conscience, but check out these other decks. There's just so much cool stuff that people are inventing. Take some time, read what they got, and as always, if you like what I have, upvote that. I always appreciate it. But until next time, just keep in mind that things are going to settle down soon. We're going to enter a new season. And if you're getting burnt out, just take a little break. I'm all about that. I take breaks all the time. I might not publish them on YouTube, but that's a separate discussion. But I really do appreciate all the support you guys have given. I've appreciated all the thoughtful comments. Lots of cool decks have been suggested and posted in the comments down below. And last but not least, check out my Discord. I'm posting decks that I'm just tweaking with. A lot of them don't make it into videos. But other people are doing that all the time. It's just like a really great, friendly place for us to engage, share thoughts, and work through like the real specifics or just really broad-based game design for some specific decks. And I think that that's probably the last and final place I would recommend to you guys. And just to pull that up for you guys, this is my Discord. You can see all the stuff I follow here on the left side if that's what you're all into. But I think the most important things here, come to this Prototech deck section. People are posting decks in here all the time, running through how good they're doing, posting up screenshots of that, but non-stop ideas coming from a lot of my good friends that have joined the Discord server here. And then just Tavern is a place where you have good times, question and answers. People don't ask them very much. So come in here and do that. Nobody's uploaded their own videos either. So, and I need to update this section more. But I think you can get a lot of really fun stuff. And I think there's a lot of really good input you can see from me and from other people. And it's a good general place for us to all connect with each other during these tough times. I really recommend it. But for now, get out there, enjoy yourself, have some fun in whatever you're doing, but try your best to keep on quinting.